Hello guys, good evening all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Today I will conduct test states of matter. I will share you a question paper in Google Classroom. All of you take papers and switch on cam.
Sir, you told it on Saturday.
Saturday, sir.
But date I didn't change, no.
Sir, you told Saturday. Tomorrow.
Just a minute.
Sir, because we are still not completely prepared, thinking that the test is tomorrow.
Okay.
So tomorrow sounds good.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow sounds good.
Yeah, date I gave 6th 11/20.
Sir, but we asked you and you told that you'll keep it on Saturday itself.
Okay, just wait. I will edit. Okay, 7.
Sir, I won't be able to attend test tomorrow. I have
Risha.
already informed you.
Okay, so then when will you write? I will share you question paper. By Sunday I will share you. Can you write?
Sir, Sunday also I cannot write, sir. I'll be traveling.
Then Monday?
Yes, sir. Monday I'll write and I'll submit it to you.
Okay, so Monday I will share your question paper. Okay,
Sir,
so
sir.
yeah, tell me.
I also won't be attending, sir, because I have right now my half yearly.
When?
Sir, from tomorrow till 13th.
The school is KV, no?
Yes, sir.
From tomorrow, starts from tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Same for Keshav also. For
Yeah, I think many students are studying
and
KV. What are the syllabus in KV? Chemistry syllabus.
Sir, for us it's still chemical bonding.
Okay.
They didn't teach periodic properties of elements, though still they kept the theory part. Trends are not there for the test.
Okay. What it's in periodic table, half of the topic.
Only the definitions, sir.
Okay. Chemical bonding, full chapter.
Chemical bonding till MOT basics. They
Okay.
didn't say full chapter.
Full chapter. Structure of atom.
Sir, structure of atom is full and first chapter full. Basic concepts.
Okay, 3 full chapter, 1 is half chapter.
Yes,
So
sir.
you already prepared now, then why are you worrying about half-year exam?
Sir, I have other subjects.
So other subjects also you are preparing now here, maths and physics.
Sir, for maths and physics, but I have computer and
Computer.
English also, sir.
About
Sir,
computer also.
Yes, sir. Computer is there in Sapiens itself, but computer only the programming language was taught. They didn't teach theory, but in the test, theory is coming. That is why.
Okay. Then when will you write test?
Sir, if it is okay after
so
13.
tomorrow we have class now from 5:30 to 7.
Sir, I'll attend classes, but I won't be writing tests.
Okay, means you mean for test you need to prepare now today, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for preparation, I need to use the full time. Only between 5:30 to 8:30, I'll attend the classes.
Between 5:30 to?
Sir,
30 classes only you will attend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay, you can. I think in states of matter, I didn't give much theory based, mostly problematic. I think you have idea about the all formulas. Can you try to write?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Bargo.
Sir, for us, they told thermodynamics will be there for the UT2 test, which is on November 23rd onwards. And second chapter, they still didn't decide.
So,
Okay.
like if hydrocarbons or something is coming, so could you please like at least teach us something? Because we have no idea.
We don't have much time now to teach hydrocarbon chapter.
So we
thermodynamics,
even the
okay.
only
However,
for the board
thermodynamics,
level.
Bad,
maximum I'll
sir.
try to complete. Yes, tell me, Bargo.
So the previous.
No, sir. They confirmed thermodynamics, but I don't know which chapter they're going to do for the second chapter because they told they'll tell in the end of the day, but they didn't.
Okay.
And so in the term 1 exam, we had full organic chemistry, those 2 chapters. So, I mean, most of us have got in 30s only.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So half
So
of
the correction was
80%
strict,
of the
sir.
No, sir, 80% of the paper was hydrocarbons and organic chemistry. So we hardly even knew anything in those 2 chapters.
I think your teachers are, they already taught you now about organic chemistry in school.
So she finished hydrocarbons in 1 week, like literally that huge chapter she finished in less than 1 week, I guess.
In only hydrocarbon chapter, within 1 week they completed.
No, full organic
For
chemistry.
organic chemistry with hydrocarbons, within 1.5 weeks they completed.
Okay, did they give notes or not?
Sir,
Is also not proper, sir. Simply she'll be teaching, she'll tell write running notes. So we are not able to cope up with school because the teacher thinks that we are learning in coaching. So she'll ask that you have already learned in coaching, right? So I am not teaching this, or you know all these
Coaching
things. So
means,
you
I
will tell.
think is your college integrated college?
No,
I mean,
sir.
in that
Sir.
same college they giving competitive also?
No, sir.
No, but
they
then
are
how
only
she
learning
can
for
expect?
boards.
Only for both, sir.
Okay, then how she can
She's
expect that?
assuming that we
Okay,
have
assuming
done
also
it
okay,
in
that's also
coaching.
correct. But we don't go through same syllabus.
Sir, when we ask, like, can we have, like, can she teach a little more in detail? Ma'am told that you anyways learn coaching, so I'll teach for board level. So
Coaching center also okay, they will teach. But in Allen, they are going with other chapter. Here we are going other chapter. Akash is going with other chapters. How they expect this?
Sir, almost everyone, I guess, even if they were going to Allen or Akash, they also did bad only, sir. Most
Because
of the
I
students
think
have gotten 30s.
okay, in their schools, I mean, they're also in their coaching center also, they won't start beginning organic chemistry.
And the
Even
thing
though
is,
they
sir,
start,
the
just they
level
will
of
tell.
question paper in NCFE is very high.
high,
Even
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's very
yes,
high.
sir.
What?
is the
The
way
level of question paper, the way
Okay,
they
okay,
give
yeah,
questions
yeah.
is
in which they
completely
teach,
high.
not the
Yes,
question
yes,
paper.
yes. I know. Yours and even Army Public School also, they are maintaining a high standard. They are giving JE level questions are they are making into descriptive type.
So
Yeah,
we
I know.
have decent papers. Sir.
Who's
The Army Public School has decent papers.
who is your teacher? Priyan sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it decent paper? Okay, then fine.
Decent. I passed, sir.
Well, we passed, sir. It's not that we didn't pass, but we got really bad
I
marks.
passed with good marks.
That's the problem. Like
Okay.
probably we just passed in like 25.
But
Everyone has gotten 25, 30s range only.
KV paper and final paper standard almost the same. KV and final paper, final exam paper, 12th standard also. But in other schools, in Army Public School and NCFE, they are giving high standard. Okay, so open notebooks. Okay. So in last class, I gave notes now, isolated system also.
Yes, sir, finished.
Okay, next state of a system and state variables. Already we discussed what is a state of system. It is a condition of system which is described by some properties like temperature, pressure, volume, and some etc. Those only we are calling proper state properties. State variables. Right. State of system and state variables. Right. State of a system means the condition of the system which is described in terms of certain observable properties. In terms of certain observable properties, such as temperature, pressure, volume, etc. of the system. If any of these properties of the system changes, the state of the system changes. The state of the system changes. That is why these properties of the system are called state variables.
Sir, could you
Yeah.
explain this like once more?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, could you read out the last line?
This one.
Yes, sir.
System changes. That is why these properties of the system are called state variables.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, completed statement. All of you noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can you wait for 2 minutes?
So in the last line, it is written the state of the system changes, right?
The state of the system changes. Okay. State of the system changes. That is why these properties of the system are called state variables. Okay. Listen. Suppose in a container, it's a closed container or open container, here I am taking some gases or any liquid substance I am taking. So what is the condition of the system which is described by some properties? Suppose here in one container we are keeping, suppose gas, hydrogen or helium gas. So what is the position of the system or condition of the system? To explain its condition of the system, we need some properties like temperature, pressure, volume, or density, etc. Some properties we are concerning. So if any one change has happened, suppose if we brought change in temperature T1 to T2, then obviously pressure also changes, no? P1 changes to P2. Suppose it is a closed container, no, it maintains Cp. So if anything changes in these measurable properties, the entire state of the system is changes. This is initial state. This will become final state. If any one measurable property changes, obviously other properties also changes and the entirely state of the system also changes. These are called state variables. Got it? Any doubt? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Next definition, state function and path function. This is very, very important. And path function. So a state function means a physical quantity which is depends upon initial and final state of a system. That is state function. And path function means some physical quantities which depending upon the path. We have one or two examples which are are path functions, only energy and work. Right. A physical quantity is said to be state function. A physical quantity is said to be state function. If its value depends only upon its value only depends upon the state of the system. State of the system and does not depends upon the path.
So state in the sense, what exactly?
Here state, suppose volume, I'm telling one example. Just you consider the volume, only a term volume.
Okay.
You suppose in a glass, little amount of water is there, this much. You are considering only this volume of water. And however, the volume of water in glass is increased. Now this is the volume of water. So how this water is increased is not a matter. How the water is coming? Are you pouring in this water through rain? It is because of rain also maybe volume of the water increases, but that factors are not important here. Initially how much this and finally how much is this. That is we are calling state function. Here the term volume is only depending upon initial state and final state. It is not depending upon how the water is came into the glass.
So we have to calculate basically how much increased or how much decreased or anything like that.
Yeah, how much increase, how much initially, finally how much. But how it is increased, you don't need to think. That's state function.
Now found 71 GB, dude.
What?
Hello,
72 GB.
Nagabhushnam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nothing. Do you have any doubt?
Sir, can you explain again?
What about state function?
Yes, sir.
So a physical state function is a physical quantity which is depending upon only initial state and final state. It never depending upon the path by which it is attained. So here the volume is initially suppose 10 ml, okay, 100 ml, and finally it is 1000 ml. This is initial state and final state. It won't depend upon how the water is increased in this glass. Means maybe water you are supplying from other reservoir to this or through rain or however the way the water is increased in this glass is not matter. It's only depending upon how much initial and how much final. Yeah, that is state function.
So why don't they consider the factors here?
Here the volume is not depending on that. Just you need to think about volume only. Here the volume, it is not depending upon other factors. Okay, continuation, right?
So should we draw that?
Oh, no need. and does not depend upon the path by which this state has been attained. Examples. See, pressure, volume, temperature. Internal energy, enthalpy, entropy.
And sir,
Yeah,
here
tell me.
paths, like you have taken the example of water, like the volume increasing in the beaker or something.
Hmm.
So the path would be the rain, for example, or any pipe that
Supplied,
put
yeah.
water.
Hmm.
So that will be considered as the path.
That is considered as a path, right?
Okay.
So one more example, suppose a person at ground floor here, and fifth floor, a person is at fifth floor. He may reach this fifth floor, one is by walking and another way is by lift. Okay, however, now just consider his position. Here it's depending upon only state. Here if you see its potential energy, we are writing formula mgh, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I think here potential energy more than here. Okay, suppose if we go by steps, he's reaching this this state. If he go by steps, he have to use some energy, correct? Suppose the same person, suppose going by lift, I think he is not losing any energy. Now tell me, the energy is depending upon path or not? Energy, I'm talking about just energy. Suppose he go by walk, I mean steps, he need to invest some energy through go by steps. By going by lift, you no need to use much energy. So in which process lot of more energy is involving? By steps one. But however, he is going by two path. Now energy, you can say it is a path function. It is depending upon path. And here position is now. In his position, here ground state, here fifth floor. If we talk about just position, we are saying about it is depends upon just initial and final state. It is not depending upon how he is going, by the way. Correct? Suppose you are in Bangalore, you need to go Delhi. So you can go by many ways. But however you are reaching there, that's not matter here. Where you are here, what is initial and where is, I mean, at the time of 9 o'clock where, at the time of 6 o'clock where you are. That's all only. I mean, it is depending upon you are here or here. It won't depend how you are going there. That is state function. But if you consider the energy, then that is comes under path function. It is depends upon path. In which path you are going. Are you going by walk? Are you going by cycle? Are you going by flight, train? That is related to energy term. The energy comes under path function.
So what is entropy?
That is a measure of disorderness that comes under the end of the chapter about entropy. In the entire chapter, we are discussing what is internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, and free energy. These 4 terms, if you describe, then almost 50% of chapter will complete. Now write about path function. A physical quantity which depend upon path of the system called path function. So write work, heat, Okay, next another important term is very important. So underline these two. And path function in our syllabus standard level giving only work and heat.
Sir? Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
can you explain that path function line once?
Path function here, it is depending upon, I said this depending upon path. One example you can see work. It is depending upon path. This one example, suppose you are walking the point A, point B. You can go by this way. Or another way is and coming here. In which path you are going to be do much work? So in two is different. No, when you go this path, different energy you have to invest. When you go this path, you have to invest another amount of energy. So that means work is different here. If you go here, you have to do much work. If you go by this way, you are doing less work. So now you can say the work, it is depending upon path. Got it?
Okay, yeah. And heat we can say by what? Friction or something?
No. Heat is that's we are discussing another chapter. You will get idea about heat. It's a big topic about heat.
Okay.
About in physics thermodynamics, you are fully studying about the heat concept only. Next, what's happening? Macroscopic system and macroscopic properties. Listen this. What is macroscopic system? If a system contains large number of particles, that may be atoms or ions or molecules, that is we are calling macroscopic system. That's only we are called bulk of the system or bulk system. So suppose a system contain large number of atoms, ions or molecule or any species, that's called microscopic system or bulk of the system. That means suppose if we take in one jar water, this is a bulk system, or in a container gaseous substance, then that is also a bulk of the system.
Excuse me,
This
sir.
thermodynamics.
Can you explain it
Yes,
again?
tell me.
Can you explain it again?
Yeah, listen. 1 second. If a system contains large number of atoms, molecules, or ions, or whatever the particle, if it contains large number, that's calling macroscopic system. We can call also bulk system. Suppose if you take some water, it may be 5 ml, 10 ml, or 100 ml, that is a bulk system only. Or any gas you are taking 5 ml, 1 ml, or 2 ml also, that is also a bulk system. This thermodynamics are dealing with that bulk system only. It won't deal with a macroscopic system, like it won't discuss about individual molecular properties. So thermodynamics only dealing with this bulk system. So it does not deal with individual properties of atom or molecule. So you already studied structure of atom and chemical bonding and molecular structure. There we studied many molecular and atomic properties in periodic table also, like atomic volume, atomic radius. And if you come into chemical bonding chapter, what is a bond length, bond orders, and bond angles. And so those all comes under individual molecular properties. So this thermodynamics does not dealing with this individual molecular properties. It is dealing with the bulk of the properties which are related to bulk of the system. We'll see now some properties which are related to bulk of the system: volume of system, pressure, temperature. Now the further properties you can understand easily: surface tension, viscosity, melting point, boiling point, density, etc. Okay, come to this point, melting point and boiling point. You know, melting point we are studying for liquid substance. If you take some bulk amount, that maybe 1 ml or 2 ml, it is in bulk amount only. We can study melting point and boiling point. Boiling point, we are taking gas to convert to liquid state. There also you have to take liquid substance in some amount, even 1.5 ml or 1 ml, even some amount that should be exist in liquid state. Suppose
those will
individual
be
properties. Just a minute. We are talking about boiling point of water. Okay, water. Okay, in water, chemical formula is H2O. Only H2O molecule. Is it possible to deal with a melting point of, boiling point of one water molecule? It not having any meaning also. In one water molecule, it is already existing as a gaseous state only. Why need to we discuss about boiling point? So this thermodynamics dealing with this kind of properties, bulk properties. If we want to study these properties, we have to take some substance in bulk quantity. Means more quantity we have to take. Otherwise, not possible. If you take one.
So the boiling point or melting point of one single molecule of H2O will be different from that of the boiling point or
You
melting
are going
point
to
of the
wrong.
bulk.
One water molecule is existing as already in gaseous state. If you take one molecule of any substance, it's existing as in gaseous state only. Always it existing as gaseous state, one molecule. So is it possible to study one molecule of pressure? Just think. No. We know how pressure causes. When gas molecules collide each other, or when gas molecules strike walls of a container, then only it causes pressure. But here one water molecule only there. How it can collide itself not possible, that one molecule. Right?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to measure what is its temperature of some substance, we have to dip in that thermometer in some amount of liquid or any substance we have to dip. Otherwise, we can't calculate what is its temperature of the system. So if you take one water molecule, how we can dip in one water molecule that much big the thermometers? So that's what we are saying. This thermodynamic is dealing with bulk properties. If you take some system in large quantity, we can measure these properties. These properties we are calling macroscopic properties. Here we are discussing bond length, bond angle, bond orders. These are comes under microscopic properties. It is related to single molecule or single atom. Got it? Difference between macroscopic system and microscopic system. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now here only you need to listen one more two definitions: extensive properties and intensive properties. This is also very important. You're mostly asking this definition only: intensive properties and extensive properties. First listen about it. Extensive properties. The property of a system which depends upon amount of substance or quantity of substance. That is called these properties only. These macroscopic properties only were further divided into two types. One is extensive properties, another one intensive property. So properties which depends upon the amount of substance or quantity of substance, that is extensive property. Here we can take volume is the extensive property. Mass is extensive property. Number of moles also extensive property. These are known terms. Thermodynamics, there are many terms. And now come to intensive property. Properties which do not depend upon the quantity of a substance. It needs some substance, but it won't depend upon the quantity. That is called intensive property. See, just one example. I'm taking 10 ml of water. What is its boiling point? 10 ml of water.
100
degrees centigrade.
degrees Celsius.
Okay, now I'm taking 10 liters of water.
Same.
What is its boiling point? Same, no, 100 degrees centigrade only. Here boiling point is not changes now with the quantity of substance. So you can say now it is an intensive property. Now come to density. You take 1 ml of water, or if you take 1,000 or gallons of water, but its density is same, no, 1 gram per cc only. So now you can say density also intensive property. It is not depending upon amount of substance. Even this surface tension, viscosity, melting point, boiling point, density, these all are comes under intensive properties only. These are not depending upon amount of substance. Correct? Next, some properties. Even temperature also comes under intensive property. One example you can see. In a chamber, it having some volume. Volume is V and temperature is T. Okay, with one cardboard, I separated this into two parts. Now, how much this volume? This volume, half only, right?
Half,
We
yeah.
can write V by 2. This volume also V by 2. But how much temperature here?
T.
Same.
Initially, how much? Final here, T is on a temperature. Even temperature here also T not changes, no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Temperature, how much here? After that, you place here cardboard also. Maybe volume is separated. This is V by 2, this is V by 2. But temperature here and here same only. It's not changes. So this is temperature is you can call intensive property. Volume is you can say extensive property. Okay. This is about intensive and this is frequently asking these definitions and examples. So write notes.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, extensive property is only volume and
We have
pressure.
many extensive property, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs
Oh,
energy. These all are comes
okay.
under extensive properties. Many properties are there.
Okay, sir.
I will give you now. Right. System contains a large number of chemical species. System contains a large number of species. That is atoms, ions, or molecules. Beginning put if system contains a large number of species, that is atoms, ions, or molecules, called macroscopic system. Thermodynamics does not deals with the properties of the individual atoms. But deals with the matter in bulk. Matter in bulk. Such properties of the such properties of the microscopic system, like temperature, pressure, volume, density, melting point, boiling point, are called microscopic properties. These are further classified into two types. Extensive properties.
So system is one having many atoms or molecules together, and properties are these temperature, pressure, volume, and all. Right?
Sir, you're on mute.
Yeah. System means which contains a large number of species, atoms or ions or molecules. Right? These are those properties which depends upon the quantity of the matter. Quantity of the matter contained in the system. Properties which depends upon the quantity of the matter contained in the system. That's called extensive properties. So examples.
Sure.
Yeah, tell me.
So what is after quantity?
Depends upon the quantity of the matter. Quantity of the matter contained in the system. Contained in the system. Examples. mass, volume, and heat capacity. Internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs free energy, number of moles. Next one, intensity properties.
So you will be explaining the terms like entropy, gives free
Yeah, I will
energy,
explain.
all that later.
Yeah, see, in thermodynamics, entire the chapter we are going to be discuss about these topics only: enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs free energy, and another one, internal energy. We're giving definition and how to derive the entire chapter depending upon these four terms only. And first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, third law of thermodynamics, just we are learning definition. Next, intensity properties. These are the properties. These are those properties which depend only upon the nature of the substance. Nature of the substance. And are independent of the amount of the substance present in the system. Examples: temperature, pressure, refractive index, viscosity, density, surface tension, specific heat, freezing point, boiling point. So melting point. EMF of a cell. EMF of a cell. pH of a solution. Mole fraction, molality, molarity, etc.
Sir, what's EMF of a cell?
EMF of cell means electromotive force of a cell. That is actually in a cell, chemical reaction takes place. Redox reaction takes place. During that process, one chemical reaction occurs. It releases some amount of energy. That's we are calling EMF, electromotive force. That's not depending upon quantity. I think you can see in a battery, on batteries also 0.5 volt. They are writing on batteries. That is EMF. See one note point. Extensive property divided by extensive property gives intensive property. So extensive property by extensive property gives intensive property. We can see one example. Mass by volume. Tell me, is mass is extensive property or is it intensive property? Mass.
Extensive.
Extensive property.
Very good. Extensive property. Volume.
Extensive.
Extensive.
Extensive property. Mass by volume. What it gives?
Density.
Density is mass. Intensive property. No.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Mass and volume are extensive properties. Density is intensive property.
So that's extensive by intensive, right?
No, no, no. Extensive by
So
extensive
there are
only.
two different extensive properties, right?
Yeah, two different. That means extensive by extensive, not same. Extensive property, another extensive property. It gives intensive property.
Okay, like density, mass by volume. Oh yeah.
Yeah, another example I'll give. Pressure. What is pressure formula?
Force by area.
Unit area, right? Pressure also force applied for unit area. So force also extensive property. Unit area also it is extensive only. Unit area also means depending upon volume only. No? Pressure area gives force, not pressure, force.
Sir, before the example, did you write anything?
No, don't write. Just this is another example. That's first example. Second
No,
example.
before that example, did you write anything? Before
No.
the first example?
No. This is second
Some
one.
note point or something?
No. Then
Okay.
another example. Number of moles by total number of moles. So given number of moles by total number of moles in a solution, it is giving mole fraction, no?
Sir, force is intensive property, right?
Force is extensive, no? Force is extensive property, not intensive.
Then pressure is extensive.
Pressure is intensive.
Sir, could you explain once how is it extensive and intensive?
Force applied per unit area. These both are extensive properties. Pressure is it comes as an intensive property. Pressure is not depending upon how much quantity we are taking.
Sir, but more the weight, more the pressure applied, no, sir. So
more the weight means that is causing force. You have to think before that one term is there. Force.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, then after subheading, thermodynamic equilibrium. See here, a system, it is said to be in a thermodynamic equilibrium when some macroscopic properties such as temperature and pressure, some other properties do not changes with time. That's called thermodynamic equilibrium. So practically you can observe this on small example. Water we are taking in a closed container. A closed system, this is the water. We are taking in a vessel some water and closed, then immediately equilibrium is not exist. Immediately it can't exist. We know why it is. When you close, then this water is somewhat, some amount of water is converts to vapor, right? It converts to vapor. So it takes some time. After getting forming some vapor, some amount of the vapor converts to liquid. At the same time, water also converting into the vapor. And also it maintains, this vapor causes some vapor pressure. That's we already discussed what is vapor pressure. The pressure which is caused by the vapor on surface of a liquid is called vapor pressure. This vapor pressure is remains constant. P is constant. And
so what can you repeat again?
See, listen once again, what is a vapor pressure? The pressure which is caused by the vapor on the surface of a liquid, it's called vapor pressure. So initially, if you take some water in a container, that immediately equilibrium not exist. It takes some time. That water first it converts to vapor. After formation of vapor, then slowly here equilibrium is existed. So when equilibrium existed means we can tell the pressure which is caused by vapor should be constant. And the temperature of the system also constant. If these two factors here constant, then system is in equilibrium. So when a system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium when the observable properties or macroscopic properties such as temperature and pressure are constant, then you can say now it is in thermodynamic equilibrium. If you observe beginning, you are taking the water and immediately close that with the lid, and some amount of water is converting into the vapor. So in the beginning, their pressure changes happens. In such case, we shouldn't call it is in equilibrium. It takes some time to get equilibrium state. It takes some time. Okay, got it? Need any further explanation?
Got it.
Hello. Right, a system is said to be in thermodynamic equilibrium.
So shall we start writing?
All right. If it's macroscopic properties, such as pressure, temperature, etc., do not changes with time. Next definition, thermodynamic process.
Sir, in the thermodynamic equilibrium part, the properties only include the intensive properties.
Intensive, extensive also. Extensive also, they do not changes.
Okay.
Those all microscopic properties do not changes with time. Right? Beginning only it changes. Means at the beginning equilibrium not exist. See, beginning it changes. That's what we are not calling that is equilibrium. After some time, then there is a set in equilibrium. Suppose if you take some balance, simple balance, if you hold immediately, they do not comes in a balanced position. No, they are swinging. I mean, they are moving. After some time, the both plates are set. So that time, however, we are calling that is equilibrium. In chemical equilibrium, also same thing happens. With the passage of time, there is no change in pressure. Some observable properties, whatever volume, pressure, density, all they do not changes with time. That's called equilibrium.
Okay, sir.
You want one chemical reaction? Careful, listen this. Suppose hydrogen, nitrogen, these are reacting and forming ammonia. So, okay, here reactants overall we are taking suppose 20 grams. Initially there is no product. So after some time product is formed. This became 13 grams. Okay, 0.7 grams. This is 13 grams. Product is obtained. So further, time is moving, but there is no change in the reactant concentration and product concentration. Here you can say this is in equilibrium. So if it's suppose changing, 7 is still consuming and product is forming, that's we can't say that is equilibrium. It should become constant. Concentration of the reactants and the product should be constant. Not only concentration, all properties should come constant. Pressure, temperature, volume, everything should come to constant. Then we can say it is equilibrium. Okay, next, listen, thermodynamic process. See, a thermodynamic process is said to be occur when a state of the system system is changing from one state to another state. That's called a thermodynamic process. Suppose here is the system, its volume V1, pressure V1, temperature T1. This is changed to its position V2, T2, and P2. We can say now here a thermodynamic process is occur. State of a system is changed from one state to the another state. That's during that process only we are calling thermodynamic process. And here some processes are involved. That process we have names. One is the isothermal process. And adiabatic process. Isobaric process. And isochoric process.
So can you
That
briefly
means,
explain again?
So suppose one system is changing from particular state to the another state, it maybe meets some process. That is maybe it can meet any process, or it can meet any 2 or 3 process, or sometimes it can meet all the process. So once again, listen, what is thermodynamic process? A system is said to be in thermodynamic process when the system of a state changing from initial state to and final state. That's we are calling thermodynamic process. And when changing from this to this, it may be meet any process. It may meet this process, or may meet this and this and this, or meet this process and this process, or may meet only one process, whatever. That's we are saying thermodynamic process. Finally, we can say a particular system changes one state to the another state. That's called thermodynamic process. So here many problems are based on this the process, the isothermal process, adiabatic process, isobaric process, and isochoric process. So you will see how is the questions related to this. But a thermodynamic process is said to occur when the system changes from system changes from one state to another initial state, that is final. The different process commonly meet within the study of chemical thermodynamics. Or as follows. So here first one, isothermal process. So I will explain what is all the process. Notes I will give you in next class. Yes, once listen, what are these all process? Here first one is isothermal process. Okay, one thermodynamic process we are going to be carried out. There we are keeping the temperature of the system constant. So we are keeping temperature is constant. That process we can call isothermal process. So to keep this temperature constant, we need to maintain conducting walls. So walls must be conducting, then only we can maintain temperature of the system constant. Conducting wall means here heat can transfer inside, and if there is inside more hotness, it can come outside. Okay. So a thermodynamic process is carried out by keeping the temperature of a system is constant. That is called isothermal process. In name itself, it is there. Thermal process. T is constant. So you can say now delta T, change in temperature is 0 here. Okay, next. Adiabatic process. A thermodynamic process is carried out by keeping heat of the system constant. So we are representing heat small q, or we can represent with capital Q. That is, we are keeping the constant. That means dq is equal to, we can write, or delta q is equal to, we can write 0. It means adiabatic process means heat is not transferred. We are taking isolated system. If we take isolated system, heat not transferred to surrounding, or from surrounding to the system not transferred. So this is adiabatic process. Something thermodynamic process is carried out by keeping only Q constant. That's adiabatic process. Next two processes are.
So what is Q?
Heat. Q, heat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Next one, isobaric process. You can tell here which is constant. So a thermodynamic process is carried out by keeping which property constant?
Pressure.
Pressure. Here P is constant. So you can write now delta P is equal to change in pressure, 0. Next one, isochoric process. Isochoric, or we can call isochoric. Isochoric process. Here, which one is constant? Known term. Volume. Here, a thermodynamic process is carried out by keeping volume of system constant. So here you can write delta V is equal to 0. Okay, this is only thermodynamic process. In next class, I will give notes. But okay, how is the problems based on this? You can see middle of the topic. Okay, thank you. All of you get ready
you,
for
sir.
exam. Tomorrow I will conduct.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Admit.